Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Zahra-112001400000 and my last number studied is 31. So in this video, I will retell the story of the novel A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. The novel has 492 pages and the genre is a mystery. So the novel starts with the story of a young girl named Pippa. Usually people call her as a Pip. In her school, Pip has a final paper project. So the rule of her paper project is everyone can freely choose the topic that they want and everyone must investigate the topic. So Pip decided to take the topic of a murder case that happened 5 years ago. This is the most phenomenal murder case that happened in her neighborhood. In this case, everyone suspects Saul is a murderer. He killed his own girlfriend named Andy Bell with the evidence that Saul's body found with Andy blood, and Saul also sent a message to her dad saying that it was me, I did it, I'm so sorry. So people assume that Saul felt guilty after he killed his own girlfriends, so he committed suicide. But Andy body has not been found until now, so Pip doubted Saul is a murderer. And also, Saul known as a person who has positive and good attitude and never imagine if Saul can kill his girlfriends. In investigate this case, Pip met Rafi. Rafi is Saul's younger brother. Rafi offered himself to help Pip to solve this case because he wanted to prove to everyone that his brother is not bad as people imagine. Actually, Rafi already reinvestigated this case a few years ago, but it's really hard for him to find the truth since he is Saul's younger brother. So when he know Pip want to open this investigate, he really happy and want to help Pip to solve this case. To carry out this investigate, Pip and Rafi did a lot interview with Saul's friends, and the friends are people who know them. After the interview, Pip and Rafi find out that Andy was not a beautiful and tragic victim as people think. Andy had many secrets, like she was seeing older men during her relationship with Saul, but no one knew who that man was. And also, Andy was a bully who used to get emotional blackmail to get what she wants. It's not enough with that, it turned out that Andy was also a drug dealer. Actually, the reason why Rafi and Pip know all this truth because sometimes they did some illegal action for this investigate. They even sneak into Andy's home and took Andy planner. During this investigate, Pip also often get note from animals that containing threat to Pip to stop this case, but Pip think it was just prank, so she never take it seriously. Until one day, her beloved dog disappeared, and she also get notes from someone who said that if she wants her dog back, she must stop this case. So Pip finally stopped this case because she also worried if people around her would get hurt. When know this, Ravi was very angry and disappointed to Pip because Pip didn't tell the real reason. But Rafi find out what happened to Pip, and he was also apologized for getting angry to Pip. But Rafi didn't give up. He tried to persuade Pip to continue this investigate with carefully and secretly. And finally they continue it. While Pip and Rafi was discussing about their new plan, there is a call from a number who not saved in Pip's phones, and it turned out to be Naomi. Pip knew Naomi as her best friend's older sister. Pip asks Naomi why she changed her number, and Naomi said that her phone was broken and she temporarily used her old father's phone and her old father's number. After receiving the call from Naomi, Pip realized that Naomi's new number have a similar with the number that written in Andy's planner. And also Pip remember Naomi said it is from her old father number, her father old number, and Elliot is Naomi's father. Elliot also is Sal's teacher's story. And Pip find out there is something wrong with Elliot because when Pip interviewed Elliot, Elliot said that he never talk or meet with Andy. But Andy's friends say that Andy was really hate Elliot, but she didn't know the reason why Andy hate Elliot. So Pip asks Rafi to follow Elliot, and after Rafi is paying Elliot, Rafi finds there is something strange to Elliot that every Wednesday, Elliot always comes to his old house. So Pip tried to sneak into the house. And in the Elliot old house, Pip find out that Elliot had a lover relationship with Andy. Andy also can make Elliot to tell all the truth. So the night before Andy's case happened, Elliot and Andy had a fight because Elliot wanted to end their relationship, but Andy didn't want to. So Andy destroying Elliot's ex-wife painting. And then Elliot was very angry because her ex-wife painting was broken, so he accidentally pushed Andy until blending. After that, Elliot tried to get the first aid kit, but when Elliot came back, Andy was gone. So the next day, Elliot got the news that say Andy was missing. Elliot thought that he killed Andy because Andy left his house with head injury, and he thought maybe she was lying in somewhere. That's why she was missing at that time. So Elliot was panic. He thinks maybe he would be suspect of being murderer. So Elliot tried to find a stronger suspect that can protect himself, and yeah, Elliot's plans is he killed Saul and make it look like Saul is commit suicide after he killed his girlfriend. After a few days, Elliot realized that Andy was not dead at that time. But Elliot also didn't know what happened to Andy. But Elliot was very guilty because he already killed Saul. So yeah, after that moment, Rafi asks Pip to stop this investigate and give it to police, since they can prove Saul is not killed Andy. But Pip cannot because she still feels there is something odd with this case. So Pip tried to find out again. Pip come to Andy's house. In the Andy house, she met with Becca. Becca is Andy's younger sister. In the house, Becca tried to kill Pip because Pip didn't want to stop this investigate. But before that, Becca admit that she was killed Andy, and she also the person who sent that threat to Pip to stop this investigate. So the night when Andy come to the house with head injury, Becca asked Andy for help because she had been raped with Max. But Max is Andy's friend's party, but Andy just ignored. She mocked Becca body. Andy also said to Becca she must be grateful that someone still wants Becca body even though Becca has a fat body. Hearing this, Becca was very sad and disappointed with Andy's response. She also angry and accidentally pushed Andy until blending. And also her Andy eyes was closed. After that, Becca realized that Andy was dead. Becca was panicked, so she hid Andy's body in septic tank. And yeah, after telling all the truth to Pip, Becca ready to kill Pip, and luckily, Rafi come to Becca's house and try to save Pip. So at the end of the story, Becca and Elliot got her punishment, and Pip and Rafi can prove to everyone that Saul is not murderer. He is not killed his girlfriends. Saul still known as a person who has a positive and good attitude. Okay, that's enough for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.